Guys working those games.
So he knows all about being a giant killer.
Yes, he does.
And he'll try and add the Dogs to that hit list here tonight. And Delaware State in the red and Georgia in the white. A huge weekend of SEC sports. This really is the best time of year in sports.
It really is. Everything overlaps. So much on the line for the fall sports. The winter sports just cranking up, getting going. A lot of fun.
So Delaware State will open up, going right to left. There's Amir Bennett with the drive and the rejection and the foul.
Delaware State not a very big team, so Georgia's going to get down. This kind of was the lineup that I thought would start as time marched on. So Coach Green's going to a veteran lineup.
All right, they're saying no foul there. Okay. So Ngameze just credited with the block. As Delaware State brings it with John Crosby. 15 to shoot. Crosby guarded by Ngameze. Georgia in the man. Amari Peak Green. And the bespectacled Ronald Lucas dishes left wing. Crosby into the corner, and the pass skips out of bounds.
One of the things we're going to see tonight, Jeff, is when you see an SEC school play an MEAC school, the big guys at the power schools, the SEC schools, they've got to get down and match up with guys that are 6'4", 6'5", instead of 6'9". So it's a little bit different for them. So our bigs are really, Georgia's bigs have to get down and get dirty tonight and really play tough man-to-man defense.
And you mentioned Donnell Gresham. He's averaging 7 rebounds a game. Just had experience, a transfer from Northeastern. There's a penetration. Hammonds can't finish, but he does get to the line.
Deep penetration by Georgia. Again, been a trademark through the first 2 games. Setting up the guys, drawing that second defender, making a beautiful pass.
And there you see Coach Eric Skeeters as L.J. Stansberry whistled for the foul. Second year at the helm. And they won their first MEAC tournament game last season in 3 years. Good accomplishment there. Certainly got this program heading in a good direction. As Hammond's on the board, he's done a nice job getting to the line. The field goals haven't been falling. He's also averaging 10.5 boards a game, hits the first 2, so the Bulldogs draw first blood.
He's got an opportunity with the undersized Delaware State team to really have a big night tonight.
Delaware State, Amir Bennett, we saw him take it to the hole. Stansberry, the team's most consistent scorer, averages 13 a game. That's Bennett, number 15. And Crump knocks that one away. And I think a big key, if Georgia's able to create some separation tonight, it's going to be defense creating offense.
No question about it. In the last game, they had numerous steals against Citadel, but really got beat time and time again throughout the night. No weak side help. Joe drives to the hoop. So critical tonight that they get those stopped, make that improvement from last game to this game.
There's Hammonds going to the glass as Crosby misfires. The Ant-Man moves that one short. A race for the rebound. That'll be won by Delaware State's Crosby. Edwards has gotten off to slow shooting starts, but he has scored at 24-29, second in the conference in scoring. So it might take him a little while, but once he gets going, he is something. There's Hammond's second rebound off the Bennett air ball. And from Hammond, Edwards to Ngameze for a 3. Good.
Just look at his eye tonight. He's come out ready to play. He's down in the stance. He looks intense. What a beautiful shot. Edwards did a nice job, unselfish. Didn't take the long 3, drove in, set up the shooter. Nice job by both of the young men.
Here's Crosby working it on the right side to Pete Green, who's guarded by Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man. Love the specs there from Ronald Lucas. Drive by Crosby, left elbow, good. Nice stroke moving to his left. John Crosby on the board. He's a transfer from Dayton, averaged just over 4 per game for the Flyers. He's scored 13 a game thus far this season, 5 boards, 3 assists. Delaware State up to an 0-2 start.
Delaware State 2-0. 2-3 zone. They're going to mix defenses a lot tonight. Coach Green mentioned in his press conference. A lot of different looks from Delaware State.
Here's Gresham, feet on the line, no good. And the weak side rebound goes to Stansberry. Gresham nearly comes up with a steal, but Pete Green controls for the Hornets. Goes baseline, and it's going to be a bumping foul against Gresham. Yeah, there you see Tom Crean in his 20th season as a head coach. Did an excellent job, led Indiana to a pair of Sweet 16s and Big Ten championships, and guided Marquette to the Final Four back in 2003 with the great Dwayne Wade.
New Orleans had a heck of a team, had a great run. Dwayne Wade's just one of the best players ever. That guy always brought his A game to it.
And they had the major upset in the Elite Eight of Kentucky. Wade nearly had a quadruple double in that game. And that Kentucky team, as Gresham comes up with a steal, they went 16-0 in the conference and won the SEC tournament as Crump misfires. But there's Hammonds for his third board in the stick back. And son, I think maybe seeing earlier with the extension of the three-point line, we'll get to some of the rules changes later, maybe affected the Dogs a bit on a pair of shots. And I believe Stansbury just got whistled for his second fouls. That is a big blow there for the Hornets.
They can't afford to have him miss some minutes here tonight. But yeah, to your point, with that, the three-point line this season, guys adjust to it. They've been shooting out there for a while. I think they'll make the adjustment. You may see percentages overall come down nationally, but those are the players adapt pretty quick to it. I remember when the original line was inside the top of the key, and Mark Price was just like shooting a layup for Georgia Tech back in the day. So it's guys adjust, line keeps moving back, and we'll see percentages go up.
Lance Singh had 15 last time out, coming in, averaging 10.5. Here's Hammonds in deep, back iron, no good. Hammonds with the tip. Boy, Hammonds is off to a great start, isn't he?
He should
6 points and 4 boards.
Yeah, Delaware State, the physicality, just don't have anybody physically able to go with him. Hammonds should have just a huge night tonight.
Pete Green misfires, offensive boards. Second look, 3-ball from Singh, just in off the bench, no good. And there's Hammonds with his 5th rebound. Like the way he cradled that one like a tailback going through traffic.
He played 4 minutes yet. That's awesome.
He is on track for a monster night. Hammonds again, feeling it. Yes, sir. What a performance for the junior out of Norcross, Georgia. Rayshon Hammonds is rolling. He's got 8 points and 5 rebounds. It's the Dogs by 9. Kessler and Laterro Green. Anthony Edwards is 99% chance only going to be a one-year player, but he has the opportunity to etch his name into Georgia lore.
No question about it. He'll be one of the top players ever to play here. Even if it's 1 year, we'll see how it plays out, but he is special. Everybody needs, the Bulldog Nation needs to come out and watch him play a couple times this year.
Well, Georgia's got a 12-2 lead. Georgia's basketball sports information director, Mike Mobley, who does a great job, made a good point as Delaware State works it in the circle. Singh on the board, giving a little firepower off the bench for the Hornets. And the student admission here, it's free for Georgia students. And he was saying, now you think about that, when Edwards is playing next year, those seats going to be running about $250 a night, wherever the Ant-Man's playing. If he's in Madison Square Garden or the Staples Center, any point in between. And the Ant-Man with the shooter's touch puts the Dogs back up by 10.
He's so smooth. He reads the defense. He's got such a high basketball IQ. Great feel for the game. Again, right there, recognizes the situation, doesn't charge, doesn't go too far, doesn't buy into the three. Beautiful pull-up jumper.
Well, along with the skill set, just tremendous body control, and he's always going at such a steady rate, he can almost lull the defense to sleep and then put on the explosive move.
No question.
And he can handle. Here's Hammonds, who is off to a phenomenal start tonight, 9 points.
Pinky Wiley's in the game for Delaware State, first time.
Third team all conference. There's Gresham get to the boards. He averages 7. Beautiful feed to Hammonds. He's into double figures.
There's no reason why he shouldn't have a big night tonight. But great job by Gresham. Reads the weak side rebound, gets to the boards, wasn't boxed out. Again, great move on the baseline. Beautiful assist.
There's Wiley. Nicely slams on the brakes, but can't get the shot to go. And Hammonds off to a Chamberlain-esque start tonight.
A double-double by the 10-minute mark.
And Gomeze with a fake. Let's see, a walk or a foul?
Walk.
That'll be a travel. Now here's where Hammonds saying, Coach, how you taking me out? I'm on a record pace here.
I know
So
it.
Georgia will bring in a couple of the freshmen. To Monty Kamara, he is long at 6'8". Rodney Howard, 6'11", out of Ypsilanti, Michigan. And little Sabir Wheeler, already a crowd favorite 2 games in, and he's off to a spectacular start. Pete Green can't get it to go down. Bennett with a great hustle rebound. Shot clock to 20. It's long enough. Would love the reset.
Yes.
Another drive by Crosby. This one's short. Rebound to Crump. Wheeler on the move. The oop for Kamara off the fingertips. Georgia by a dozen. Great pass there from Wiley. The open three won't go down. Good look from Singh. And Georgia dominating the backboard. And that's going to be a whistle and a foul.
Beautiful look by Edwards. It looked like the diving post player was going to receive the pass. Went right over the top of him. Right over the great.
Let's take a look at Xavier Wheeler and Anthony Edwards, what they did in their first game. And Slon, you were on the bench there for Dominique Wilkins and Terry Fair, two of the great players in school history. I think so interesting that both of those combinations, they both did it in the same game.
Absolutely. 4 good ones right there.
Oh, you betcha. And Wheeler, everybody loves the little guy. There's Edwards from 18. Didn't get the roll that time. Singh on the boards.
I think it's going to be interesting here, Jeff, to see. Wheeler's been very good against man-to-man defenses. First two games, he's really going to be his first look at seeing a lot of zone tonight. So I'm really curious to see how he does. Not known as being a three-point shooter. We'll see how he runs the team against the zone tonight.
Crosby with the penetration and pick, and I believe Bennett walked. He did. Substitution for Georgia, Christian Brown, another highly touted freshman. Slon, I like his game. He's 6'5", he's lean, averaging 3.5 and 3.5, but he's a player that I think by the time his career's done at Georgia's got a chance to be a really good one.
I agree. He walks through the door, he looks like an SEC player, right? He's got long arms, got a great body. So again, just as he develops his fundamentals, his defensive acumen, offensive game kind of keeps expanding, he's going to be a really good player for Georgia.
That's great. In close passing from Kamara to Howard, and that's not easy to do. There's not much space, and you got a lot of arms and legs.
Exactly. 4 freshmen on the floor for Georgia right now. I don't know the last time Georgia's put 4 freshmen on the court at one time.
That's a good drive there by Crosby. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Let's take a look at the dunk by Howard here. Great pass.
Kamara, nice job. Again, draws 2 defenders on just a short baseline drive. Unselfish. Sees Howard coming right down the gut. Great finish.
I'm betting for all those freshmen, it might go back to the great class that you and Tavester Anderson and Hugh Durham put together. You might have to go to Shandon Anderson and Carlos Strong and Terrell Bell, Pertha Robinson.
Exactly. Yeah, but Terrell didn't start a lot of freshman year. Pert was backing up. Maybe Bernard Davis that year. So they might have played on the 4 all together at one time. But yeah, so everybody probably the last time.
Occurrence. Yeah,
exactly.
That was a nucleus of the team that went to the Sweet 16 in 1996. As Crosby connects on the second foul shot.
Oh, that game. Oh,
that was
that game out of Pensacola, Florida. That game was a heartbreaker.
You know, I think you could make the case that if not the best, that Syracuse win over Georgia is the greatest Sweet 16 ever. It's certainly on the Mount Rushmore of Sweet 16 games. Great pass there from Fagan. Howard got away with a walk, and he'll draw the foul.
Georgia just has too much size in there for Delaware State. Delaware State's going to have to be scrappy, stay low, try to get a lot of hands on balls.
Maybe try and. One of the things I love about him, Slon, is we were going through the numbers. 4 guys averaging double figures, and Wiley, one of the top point guards in the league, he's at 9.5.
It gives you optimism for the program that they're going to be better and they'll have more success this year when you have that kind of balance to your roster.
Howard misses the free throw, and Dogs have got to get him going at the line. He is now 1 for 7 from the stripe. Oh, there's a nice offensive rebound from Brown. Really good defense there by Ronald Lucas.
Brown is so long, very springy. Did a great job timing that offensive rebound on the missed free throw.
And here's Xavier Wheeler. Wheeler with the penetration and the turnover. Went to his second option. Great job playing the passing lanes by Miles Carter, 6'1" junior out of Philly. And he knocks down the 3, as we like to say. You play good defense, eat your vegetables, you get a little ice cream at the
end. Nice reward. Here's a zone defense again. We'll see what Wheeler does, how he operates against it. And big learning curve for him.
And so I'm talking about Wheeler against the zone here. One of the changes just through the years, that's a nice finish there from Howard. But it used to be so many years for you in the SEC and coaching at Mercer too. You get around late January, February, it kind of became a grind. But thankfully, all these games are televised. We love doing it. there's film on everybody. I mean, a game or two in, there are no secrets anymore.
No secrets. Again, I think Wheeler doesn't have a great three-point shot yet in his game, so teams are going to start scouting him, and they're going to play the pass on his drives and his shot, and that's going to see how he reacts to it.
Misfires on that one. The love of sports, it is a constant adjustment as Brown steps out of bounds. So it'll be Hornets basketball.
It's a chess game. I've always loved it as a player, loved it as a coach. It's one of the beauties of it. See how people adjust. Saturday afternoon on the plains of Auburn, same thing. See what those coaching staffs do against each other. Adjustments they make, things they saw on film, things they'll take away. Same thing in basketball. As your body of work, as you build as a player, as a team, good coaches are scouting it, and they're starting to exploit your weaknesses.
And the really great ones, you're putting your players in the best possible positions to succeed.
Absolutely.
Nice crossover there by Crosby. He stops, left corner three. There's Carter again. How about Delaware State back to single digits?
They look real relaxed there. Again, the young lineup. Coach Green's got in the game right now. See how they react to it. Struggling here a little bit against the zone.
So a personal 6-0 run by Carter off the bench and a foul on the floor. And Slon, you pointed to it earlier that Georgia's going to be able to feed inside, but for Delaware State to have a crack tonight, pretty simple. They're going to have to make some shots.
You take a lot of threes and make a lot of them. And catch back up to Georgia, their early lead they have, but they can do it. They're capable of it. It's a style of play for them right now, and we're going to see them put up a lot of shots. But the great equalizer in college basketball when the MEAC teams play the SEC teams is that three ball. We saw the other night with Citadel. Did a lot of threes and played Georgia all the way to 3-4 point game under 3 minutes to go.
That's exactly right. The Citadel hit 14 3-point field goals. Georgia wound up in the last minute pulling away as Wheeler drives, gets in deep. That's a nice pass out to Brown. Boy, what a beautiful stroke.
A really nice shot. Good setup right there. He got fouled in the play. He lost his footing on it. He needs that as a confidence builder.
And that was really Wheeler to a T there.
Absolutely. Deep penetration, set this guy up. I think this is Peak's first minutes of the year for Georgia.
Singh with the drive, gets it back to Crosby. Fading, and it goes down. I love John Crosby. He is not shy about putting it up. He's now 2 for 5. Oh, Wheeler, beautiful feed, but young Mike Peak out of Chicago couldn't quite handle it. Take a look at the beautiful stroke from Brown.
Yeah, Wheeler gets real deep, again, draws multiple defenders to him on the baseline drive. He's thinking pass all the way right there and sets up Christian Brown for the beautiful three.
At this point of the season, and everybody's going through it, Georgia's really rotating guys in and out. How much are you looking at combos? Who plays well with who?
You do. You really do. There's all sorts of analytics now that know exactly which lineup at a plus-minus differential while they're in the game. Defensive efficiency, all of it's all measured, all analyzed and looked at.
Both teams turn it over. Singh for three. All backboard. Had a little Jamal Wilkes bringing around there.
Yeah, behind the head, one of the greatest awkward shooters of all time.
100%. 2-on-1 against the Ant-Man. That is a nice finish by Miles Carter. He's really given Delaware State a lift here, 8 points.
Carter and Crosby, good one.
He had only scored 1 point in their previous 2 games. And that's one of the things, too. Son, there's only so much you can do with a scouting report, and Georgia's playing, hey, we didn't even get to this guy.
Exactly.
He buries a couple of threes and scores in transition. Boy, Hammond's having a great game. Can't finish that one. Look at him hustling all the way over. Gotta love that.
No question about it.
Let's check Carter again here on the drive. And Coach, he had to go with the high kiss on this one with the Ant-Man.
He went right at Edwards, and Edwards did a nice job. Edwards was playing for the block shot all the way. Thought he might scoop him underneath and get the block, but nice job of keeping by Carter by keeping some separation there and getting the shot off.
Here's Rayshawn Hammonds having one of those stat sheet stuffers with 11 points and 5 rebounds.
Hornets back to man-to-man defense, mixing it up, keeping Georgia, trying to keep Georgia off balance.
Hammond's going to try for 3, misses that one, and there's Gresham. Very good rebounding guard.
Second offensive rebound.
He's averaging 7 on the year. Edwards with the step-back fadeaway. That one's going to be short, and it'll be Hornets basketball. We're dead on. 8 minutes to go here in half. Number the point of the press, and it was going to be a bad day for your team then.
He was perfect Rick Pitino style of play.
But that was, I guess that was the night Georgia and Western Carolina plays. That was back on what, Tuesday?
That's correct. Yes. Yeah, we were sitting here listening. That's right. Keeping up with it.
That was a shocker. Yeah, Carter Mills, our great producer. The next Rune Arledge was keeping us up to date as Crump has that one go in and out and a foul on the floor. And Lucas is saying, wait, that was on me? I had position. He was over me.
Back.
Got it for the hook.
Hard to understand that one.
Now, you did such a great job at Mercer down in Macon, Georgia. Got a win over USC, knocked off many a big team. But as we like to say, in a spot like that, you might feel like you got to win by 10 to win by 2 when you go on the road against one of the Power 5 schools.
You have some subtle non-calls go against you. Just 5-point swings in the game, 7-point swings in the game. They're fun, but again, it's great for you. When you're at that level, the level of Delaware State is to come in and play an SEC school in their home environment, big crowd. They won't see this kind of crowd during their home games and in the MEAC. So it's a great opportunity for your kids to play. They always say they can play against Anthony Edwards. All those things are some of the great moments and times for the college experience of playing.
First 2 points there for Mike Peake. And for Delaware State, the MEAC is generally a one-bid league. So what you're looking for in a game like this, they'll be going to Virginia Tech. You're just trying to get yourself better to get primed for conference play.
No question about it. Even the women's game on Wednesday night, Coach Robinson for North Carolina Central was telling me, I asked him why you play, how many guaranteed games you have to play. He said, none. I just play them because I figured I'm going to win my league. In the first round, I'm going to play somebody like Georgia. I want to experience. I want it on tape.
How about Crosby? Nice move going right and then leaning to his left.
He likes Athens, Georgia right now. Statement Coliseum. He was playing well. Carter both.
He's pumped in 7. Georgia lead is 8. We had a chance to talk with Donnell Gresham earlier this week as Crump will fire from deep. Hey, Mike Peake with a two-hand stick-back jam.
I like that. Coach Green's giving Peake an opportunity to play. Didn't take him out. Let him play through the media timeout. Kept him in the lineup. Got him with some veterans in there right now. It's good. So being up with 4 other freshmen.
That's a nice move. Miles Carter, he's got 10. I love it.
Carter and Crosby, I'm telling you, they're getting it done for the Hornets.
Now the Hornets can score. Now see, this is one, too, in your many years as an assistant. You say, see, I told you to keep him in there. Keep him in there, good things are going to happen.
No question about it.
Good pass to the high post there. Hammonds, nice ball movement. And the lefty knocks it down. He's got 13.
Great inside post. Again, when you're struggling from the floor a little bit, perimeter, get an inside touch. And that was a good recognition by the Georgia perimeter players. Gresham and Edwards move the ball. Make sure Ray got a chance to get a feel and get a bucket inside.
Driving left, Crosby shoots it with his right. It won't go. And there's Edwards with that body control. Hammonds cradles. Gresham. Hammonds. Nice cross-court pass. Crump, good double there coming up. Pinky Wiley sneaking in. 12 to shoot. Hammonds is feeling it, rattles it home.
Yes, he is. Good high post game, man. Good to see Hammonds having this night. Good for the perimeter players to know who the hot hand is and keep feeding it.
You gotta find your guy. Another drive there by Crosby. He's triple teamed. Well, he's definitely gotten Georgia's attention. There's Pinky Wiley back for Crosby. Lucas, a strip by the Ant-Man. Edwards fouled in the jam. Will they count it? Yes, sir. That is foul number 3 on Lucas. The glance back, just so strong.
He is. Again, we talked about the other night, his defensive instincts. There, he's in the passing lane, just anticipates, waits for the exact moment, get that deflection, ignite his own fast break. Great finish.
Really nice job by Mike Peake off the bench for Georgia. 4 points and 2 offensive rebounds.
I like him. I tell you what, he really came in. He can guard the Delaware State Hornet smaller players on the perimeter. Got down, played some defense. Boy, what a nice lift. Good minutes for him.
There's Hammonds again. He's got 17 and 6. And by the way, that's a sign that it's going to be your night. I'm a big Carmen Mojo guy. I guess all us old baseball guys are too. When you miss the free throw and wind up getting 2, good sign for you.
Yes, sir.
Pinky Wiley with the drive and the pullback. Here's Crosby. But if you're Delaware State, you'd love to get this thing down to 11 or 12 at the half.
Yeah, another turnover though.
Really hurting the Hornets. Gresham so solid. Here's Hammonds, who is flat out feeling it, turns it over. And a reach. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. Here's Georgia's third foul.
And one of the observations so far in this game, early, the Georgia veterans, with that obviously Edwards in there, took an early big lead. Freshman came in, kind of gave it away, broke down defensively, did okay offensively, but broke down defensively. Let Delaware State climb back in a little bit. And now the veterans have come back in and they've shut the door again on Delaware State.
Tom Creed, 20th year as a head coach, and you've been in this business for a long, long time. At this point in the season, as Hammonds collects his 7th rebound, don't you have to have some discipline as a coach to say, all right, I gotta go with my different looks here. I could drop the hammer right now, but I gotta give these guys a shot.
Crump from downtown, I'll tell you what, that was a long one right there, but you're exactly right, Jeff. You're looking at different things, and again, depending on what you have back. If you have a veteran team back, you're gonna give them a run, but you want to get those young guys in, give them experience when you can. And then you got a team that's kind of a mix this year for Georgia, between veterans and young guys. You got to look at different combinations, different lineups, get them on tape, get them on film, and go to work off of that.
We talked about this too, and it's really showing. You saw that 3-ball there from Tyree Crump. Nice fadeaway there by Lance Singh. But how much of a lift Edwards is going to give Hammonds and Crump this season?
They draw so much attention. Eyes are on them. Multiple players are on them defensively.
That was a great pass there from Hammonds. Ingameze can't finish, but he does draw the foul. And that'll send us into a timeout as Singh picks up his second. Tyree Crump stepping back near the county line from way out. Not to the level of Edwards, but still a big-time get for Georgia. This is kind of the year for him. Can he go from being a good player to a great player?
Yeah, a little bit of a sophomore slump last year, so he needs to step up. But he needs to be the inside guy, the producer. Coach Crean and the staff need to write down that pretty much before every game, 14-7. He's getting 14-7. That's going to be, you can count on those. You put those in the books. Whatever he can do above that, we'll take it. But for us to have, for Georgia to have success in the SEC, he's going to have to play a big role in it, put big numbers up.
Now, how much of that gets to his teammates? Obviously, he's got to work to get over that, but getting him the necessary touches.
Yeah, I think, guys like Wheeler and Gresham and Edwards have good feel for basketball IQ. They've picked up pretty quick that he's got advantages inside. He's hot. He's making some shots. And you see they're just feeding him. They passed up some looks themselves. Give the ball to him. He's the guy tonight. And good teams and good players that are unselfish recognize those. And that's why they're getting the ball to him tonight.
Well, you talk about Edwards being unselfish. To get a prospect like this in a place like Georgia, people, he's just going to go there because he can shoot it all the time. But he is a tremendously unselfish player, and that foul's going to go on Severe Wheeler. I mean, there are going to be some times this year as Wheeler's whistled for his first where the Georgia staff might tell him, you might need to shoot it a little bit more. But one of the things I really love about Edwards and Slon, we've gotten to see him here, just the joy he plays with. He's so excited to be on the floor when his teammates do that.
He rejoices in his teammates' success. That's a true sign of you love somebody, you care about somebody. It's when you rejoice, you're not jealous of it. And he does that all the time. And again, he needs to lead Georgia in shots attempted. I don't think he'll miss that. I don't think that'll be solid all year long. But he's going to see a lot of different looks. He's going to see everybody's best defender when he plays Power 5 teams. He's going to have some 6-7 guys with long arms that have played for 3 or 4 years. They're going to go out and flat out guard him. And he's going to have to work to rise to the occasion to combat it. And that's where Hammonds last year kind of didn't really meet that challenge as he was drawing the first or second defender for other teams in his height range last year. He didn't really rise to the occasion, overcome it, but Edwards is going to have to do that. He's going to see it.
And then you get into that grind of conference play. And no matter what league you're in, when you're playing those 2 games a week and the travel, wintertime, it's cold, it's dark outside, it really tests you. You'll see Edwards come in. Here's the other thing with Edwards. He's got 4 points. And we'll see how much he plays in the second half. The first 2 games Georgia played were very tight games. He got off the slow shooting starts and scored 24 and 29.
Right.
Those scores, they're going to always get there.
They find it. There's no doubt. Coach Latrell Green here. You be quiet sometimes. You think they come see the stat sheet at the end of the game, and he had his 22, 21 somehow.
Now look at Wheeler. See alley-oop. And Gameze with the finish. Well, you got to love Xavier Wheeler. In his first game as a Bulldog, he scored 19 points and instantly became a fan favorite.
No question about it. J.J. Frazier is such a huge favorite. Here, to me, probably the most favorite all-time player for Georgia fans. They loved him. And Wheeler kind of fits that same mold.
Got Crosby with 11. He's averaging 13. Oh, and Gameze just beats the Hornets down the floor.
That's what Coach Green and the staff have asked him to do. Run that floor. The other team scores. Get down the floor. Wheeler found him in a nice lead pass. Beautiful bucket.
Loving this pace of play. Under 2 minutes to go. It's Georgia 44 and Delaware State 25. Crosby from deep. Yes!
He is feeling it.
I love it. He's got 14.
He will save the tape of this game forever. What a big night so far for him.
And you talk about this too, as Crump will try from deep. Those are home runs to dead center, both of those.
That's exactly right.
Not the short porch at Yankee Stadium there.
Crump answered that one for sure. They are downtown Walkersville.
Hey, and you talked about Delaware State knowing they're playing against Edwards. There's a nice little runner that won't go. And look at little Wheeler get up there. That also means there are a lot of scouts here, and you can catch somebody's eye.
No question.
What's the call? An official timeout. Let's take a look here at Wheeler. It's Kamara who got it started.
Wheeler just setting it up the whole way, just trying to draw that defender. You knew he was going to go with the lob pass. Now he just got to run the floor like he does. He runs it great. Got good hands, catching traffic, and nice finish.
Just a little problem with the shot clock right now. And that'll give us a chance to tell you about a little SEC football. Nothing like it. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central, SEC Nation traveling pregame show will be in beautiful Oxford. For number 1 LSU and Ole Miss with Laura, Marty, Marcus, Paul, and Tim as they break down everything from the gridiron to the grill. Week 12 of the college football season. SEC Nation presented by Johnsonville, right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. They do a good job putting Laura out front there. I think that helps the team.
She leads them. There's no question.
So a little problem with the clock here as we get this thing going. What's your take on Georgia's play so far tonight?
Well, they're doing what they excel in. That's running the floor. They run the floor really well. Transition offense is a strong suit for them. Defense has not been so far this season. Tonight, much better, especially with the older guys. The freshman group, when he threw the 4 freshmen there together, they had some issues on defense. But the veteran group, with Edwards, the guys that are basically kind of like their top 7 players right now, looked a lot better getting down in their stances, cutting off dribble penetration, finding the shooters, doing a much better job defensively.
All right, for Delaware State, I think the big thing that they picked up on, we have seen the 5 players they have right at 9.5 to 13 points a game, so right at double figures, 4 over and 1 just a half-point shot. They might have found another piece tonight in Miles Carter off the bench.
Yeah, exactly. Carter and Crosby got 24 of the 28 points for them so far. But again, you're looking for a lift. Anytime you're building a team, coaching a basketball team, you want one guy that comes off the bench that was some kind of specialty. There's a 3-point shot, instant scorer, or a strong defender. The guy you put in there can shut down, can be that glue guy. So he's stepping up tonight off the bench. And we'll see, I don't know how often he starts or doesn't. But right now, he's laying his claim and just coming into the Coliseum tonight. Played very well.
So again, trying to get the clock worked out here. And one of the situations with the new reset rule, and again, 30 on the shot clock. If you miss and get the offensive board, it resets to 20. Well, that means you had to put another mechanism in there, another button to hit, not to do the automatic reset.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that job, but you're exactly right. Yeah, you got it.
Just had the clock and the shot clock stopped there. And they've got a great officiating crew tonight with Jerry Heater, Keith Patterson, and Patrick Evans. I know you've known for a long time.
Patrick for all my games. He's an outstanding official.
Now we've got it all figured out there. Wheeler to Fagan.
Now we're getting a little rambunctious down, fighting for a position, offensive foul, and lost possession there. But again, he's down there aggressive. He's trying to get down low and establish position in low post. But Howard got picked up for the offensive foul.
Yeah, usually the aggressive turnovers you don't mind.
That's right. All part of the learning process for him.
It's the lapses in concentration. Nice nice little stutter step to get inside and help defense as Carter gets it to Bennett. He might have traveled, and he did, so the basket won't count.
Todd Payton did a really nice job, man-to-man defense. He would not let him get by him. Down in the stands, really battled him the whole possession.
All right, I got one for you here, Slime. 50 and 30 on the clocks. Prime opportunity to work on getting a 2-for-1 here for Georgia.
Which college has not seen a lot of. A lot of guys don't think about it, and a lot of coaches don't use it. You don't see it as much as you do in the NBA, but you're perfect example right here. We'll see if they pick up on it.
Kamara with the drive. Wheeler, the lefty three ball won't go. Rebound to Gresham. He's an excellent rebounding guard. Kamara, good. He's out of Brussels, Belgium.
Another offensive rebound right there. Kept the possession alive. And Kamara's got a lot of talent, a lot of upside to his game. I think just going to be one of those guys that will just get better game by game, year by year for Georgia.
He's got the tools, that's for sure. Crosby on the run. Beautiful feed to Bennett, who finishes with the right hand. And just an exciting and fun bunch to watch.
They really are. And I think the crowds are going to keep coming out. Good crowd tonight in the upper deck here. I think they're going to keep coming out to watch them. A lot of fun.
2-2-1 here from the Hornets. Crump from deep again. And a fight for the rebound. We'll have a jump ball. Crump probably took that one a little bit too quick for Tom Crean's liking. And Ngameze will check back. That's a break there for Delaware State. They can get this down inside 20. And at this point, when you're down a bunch, you got to look for the small victories.
No question. But Crump, he's a shooter. That's what he's here for. He's here to shoot threes. He just hit a couple in a row, and he was feeling it. He wasn't worried about clock at all. He was worried about, I'm open, I'm behind the line, I'm shooting it.
Well, speaking of Crosby, this one's going up. The fade away at the buzzer. No good.